Hugh Jackman channels Wolverine vibes with iconic mutton chops in anticipation of Deadpool 3 filming resumption. Did
I tell you I rocked mutton chops?
Yeah.
For a while. Do you remember that, Stephen?
Yeah.
Oh my God, wasn't it a good time, was it?
That still's from, I want to say, from the second X-Men film.
Wasn't that far back. I want to say it was probably Days of Future Past round about then. I was growing the beard out. I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for the mutton chops.
Yeah, he's not.
I still had hair at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't look like Hugh Jackman.
Not many people do.
Didn't have that body, I'll tell you that.
Don't do yourself an injustice. You can't compare it. Nobody can compare themselves to Hugh Jackman.
It looked interesting.
He's a unique specimen of a man. But John, Hugh Jackman...
Some might say I could have done Wolverine better because I'm not as big as you.
He is set to, with the yellow thing.
Yes. I have to say I'm not 5'4" like I think Wolverine is in the comics, but I'm not 6'2" either.
He is set to reprise the role as Wolverine in Marvel Studios' Deadpool 3. John showcases his iconic Wolverine facial hair in a recent photo. Again, we can't put it on our website. As filming gears up to recommence
I should search that photograph up now. I'm going to have to find that now.
Deadpool 3. Originally slated for a May 2024 release in Phase 5 of the MCU, Jackman's latest imminent return of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. This is the thing, John, about obviously the Hugh Jackman thing with Deadpool 3. People are forgetting fucking Ryan Reynolds is in the MCU.
Yeah.
Don't forget that, please.
Ryan's got his fingers in so many pies now.
Yeah.
It's often easy to forget that he's actually an actor.
Yeah.
He owns a football team. He's bought a stake in the Alpine racing car.
I started watching that Wrexham thing, John.
It's good, man. It is. He's passionate about it, to be fair. I don't know how long it will last, but he's bought right in. He's a dead down-to-earth, brilliant guy. He goes and speaks to all the players, the people behind the scenes. Just strikes me as a right good ambassador for Canada. Proper human being.
Yeah.
He's hugely successful, mega money, one of the best paid in Hollywood, but just a right good human being. But yeah, he invested in Alpine and Esteban Ocon at the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
He's got such a wicked sense of humour. It's just
got a Deadpool helmet on.
There was a period, John, where just on social media between him and Hugh Jackman, I think it was maybe about 3 or 4 Christmases ago. It was just so funny.
Aviator gin.
Yeah, and there was an iconic picture with Jake Gyllenhaal with
the sweater.
It was just they were taking
one of them turned up with a sweater, didn't they?
I think it was Ryan. And Hugh and Jake were pointing, laughing at him. It was just so funny.
You know, it's right up there with the Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
Matt Damon.
Yeah,
full sort of kayfabe beef.
Yeah.
It's great, man, to see that they can take pot shots.
I don't know if we can find damage, John. I don't know.
I'm going to what I'll do is I'll go to...
It might have been Hugh Jackman's social media.
Oh, I'll go
maybe
to
Instagram, maybe, I'm not sure.
Go to Hugh Jackman.
Hi Jackman.
I've been drinking.
Hi Jackman. Hi.
Insta.
Hi Jackman.
Listen, I love his Insta, incidentally. I remember him back in the day posting his meals and his workout regime.
Yeah,
and
that's the one.
Like it. I mean, he looks different, doesn't he, with the salt and pepper look. He's got the glasses. He was walking around Yorkshire a couple of months ago. Someone took a snap of him walking by Yorkshire, some house in Yorkshire. Random. Imagine getting outside and walking. There's Hugh Jackman. You but fucking hell.
I know.
He looks cool as hell though, Stephen. I love guys who just grow old gracefully.
Yeah.
They don't try to enhance it. I mean, I'm not saying he's not going to. They will probably die this for the film.
John, I don't think he's going to do what he did back in the days of Future Past in terms of what he had to get through mentally and physically in terms of severe migraines. I think he's too old for that now. But it puts Stephen, most people his age to shame.
Let's not beat about the bush here, man. He'll be doing. No,
he will be, but
he'll
what
be
I mean
doing
is,
tests and stuff like that.
His peak physique was Days of Future Past.
It was unbelievable, Stephen. The guy was a unit. And he's not naturally like that. He is quite a lean, sort of.
He is, yeah.
I mean, he's scrawny, not scrawny. He's quite. What do you call that again? Michael Rooker's an example of it, where he's quite densely packed with muscle fibre. He might look lean and quite skinny, but he's really strong. There's a name for it. There's a certain name for those type of people, but he's got really. You can tell he's densely packed with muscle.
I'm just looking at that picture with all the food there.
I know, and he probably can't eat half of it.
Oh, look at it!
Brutal, isn't it? I can imagine he's a tremendous cook. I can just imagine.
It's funny, John, because look at those pictures. Yeah, he's got a full beard there.
Yeah,
and then in this last picture, it's obviously been trimmed.
Yeah, so he's obviously
must be getting close. Yeah,
it must be. And you can see there he's got it there as well. Just a cool cat, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
a brilliant guy.
Yeah, it's John. Just talking about him as well. We were talking about multi-talented. I think we were maybe talking about some Indian performers and some of the Western ones, which aren't many, but he is one of them.
No, he is. He can sing, he can dance, he can perform, he can act, he can do everything. Guy's tall, he's got some head of hair, he's jacked. Is there something you've not got, Hugh?
He's got a good nature about him as well, John.
Yeah, he is. He's a brilliant guy, dead easy guy. He's just a cool guy.
And he's been
he's
married to his wife for, I don't know, 30 odd years as well, hasn't he?
But Stephen, I get that way. I don't want to say every single person from... He is Australian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Every single person from Australia is like that. Obviously not, but I think of Chris Hemsworth. I think he's been married to the same girl for a long time, man. They've been in a steady relationship, get kids. I can see him being like Hugh, like 10, 15, 20 years, he's still with the same women, settled down. I think they're quite chilled.
I would hope so. I don't want to
Google the usual Hollywood people.
He divorced her maybe 2 years ago. I don't know.
I don't think so, though. He was taking time away from acting because he did a genetic thing, discovered he had a predisposition potentially to some form of Alzheimer's, and he thought, I'm going to look after myself and spend more time with my wife and my kids. So I've got nothing but respect for people like that who maybe put their family and their self before wealth.
I remember when
he's rich, but you know what I mean.
The Great Showman came out, John, and there was a behind the scenes. They were doing the singing, practicing before obviously the film. The camera started rolling, and he was. It was the lady. I can't remember the song, but it was the one. It was the bearded lady. Her.
Yeah.
Some voice, and he was reduced to tears with the singing. I always remember it. He was just very choked up about it, and it shows that he cares when he's doing a role or a performance. He puts everything into it, his heart and soul, and he does really care about his art. And was I excited to see him back? That sort of, I think it was a trailer or something they did where Hugh Jackman walked by and then he went up the stairs. It was Ryan Reynolds' house or something. I can't remember. And I know everyone was like going off their nut and stuff like that. He's back. I had reservations. I don't know why. I just thought,
I'm the same, Steve.
I don't know. I know it'll be a different sort of timeline and all that carry on, but Logan was just such a good film. It was an excellent film and just a great way to go out as an actor, not as the character, if before anyone says, but it's a different fucking timeline, I don't care. Just for him and his legacy with that character, it was just a perfect ending. It was so sad, obviously I'm passing away in the film, but it was just a great ending to the film as well. And
it is a risk.
So I don't want to see that. I don't think it'll ruin it, what came before. It certainly won't. But I'm still looking forward to it. I've always wanted to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds sharing some screen time together with these characters, and we didn't think we were ever going to get it, so should be grateful for that.
Well, tonally it's not going to be anywhere near Logan.
No.
Because it's Wade Wilson.
Yeah.
And we know what Wade Wilson brings. He brings expletives, he brings violence, he brings jokes aplenty. It's just, that's what you get with Wade Wilson. That's what you get with Deadpool.
So does the Wolverine.
Yeah, well, I know, absolutely, Stephen. I've described it, but there's a tonally they're polars apart. Like he's South Pole, he's North Pole. Just had to explain that's what I meant by polars. Deadpool does it with a certain degree. What is it? Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon says at the end of Batman Begins. We've got another one for you here. Batman or whatever.
Yeah, taste
this
for
one's got a taste for the theatrics. Wade Wilson has a taste for the theatrics, whereas Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Logan, very much doesn't have a taste for the theatrics. He's very much a fuck you, get out of my way, I'm drinking a beer here, leave me alone type of character. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he fits into this film tonally, where they're going to go with it. I've got reservations, Stephen, about this film on many levels.
Yeah.
How it's going to play out for Wolverine, just completely don't even reference Logan or anything. It's a variant from a different timeline. Just make it work in the film. Do nothing to destroy what came before, because Logan was unbelievable, as you says. What an ending. But also, how they're going to handle it from a rating perspective, I don't trust Disney.
No.
For all the talk about this will be R-rated, it's separate to the MCU, I don't trust them. They were meddling after the takeover, the merger of Fox Disney. They put out some Christmas version that was PG-13.
That's right, yeah.
I'm worried that they try and neuter some of the more some of the better elements that made those Deadpool movies so funny and so different. It was the swearing, it was the violence, it was the R rating. That's what set
I
it
think they
apart.
were dipping their toe in the water, Disney, certainly Marvel. With Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 when they dropped the F-bomb for the first time in the MCU. I think that was purposely put in there for this eventuality to see what would be the reaction. There was no reaction at all. It's common use of word. We were talking about it before we came on, John. We'll obviously try to curtail it a little bit.
I swear too much.
But
way too much.
But there is a natural sort of flow to it as well. It's just what normal people do.
Yeah.
But Disney, they don't do
some
that.
Some people don't, Steve.
Well, so yeah, and
I went to badminton back in the day, for instance, and I was swearing all over the place when I was missing shots. I have to stress, I'm pretty good at badminton. I'm not Olympian level, but I'm pretty decent at badminton. But I was missing shots, and I'm just not the type of person who shouts chocolate when I miss a shot in badminton or in sport. I'm very much a Phoebe Buffet. I won leash the profanity. I didn't get invited back. So, I mean, I do like to swear, but I've been OTT at times on this channel. It's just too much.
We'll try and condition ourselves. We do our best, but sometimes it's just the way we are.
Trying to think about sponsorships in the future or something, Does a brand want to associate with someone that's cussing every 2 seconds? No, they don't.
Maybe the Viz.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone see what's that? Manscating or some shit like that. Why have we not had that?
I don't know.
I mean, I'd do a joke advert for that, no problem. Put that together in no time. Little shitty channels that do audio only podcasts.
Yeah.
They're sponsored by these people.
I don't know if they reach out to them or we've got to reach out to them. I don't
Bigger
know.
than them?
Honestly,
Come on.
I don't know. I don't know if they're approached or they have to approach them. I'm not really sure. Certainly not a pair of beggars. So we don't do that.
Well, we have been told we're beggars before.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
And trash. Yeah. Whatever. Do you remember that back in the early 90s? People used to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, talk to the face, yeah. I'll talk to the hand, sorry. Terrible patter. Stephen, telling you, some of the things I've been seeing, I'm embarrassed a lot of the times for my generation, the millennials. But I'm embarrassed just to be associated with some of them. But some of the shit they're doing on TikTok just now, they're having a sort of culture war, a generational war with the Zoomers.
All right, okay.
They're not taking it well. They're getting told they're old, they're over the hill, they need to let go. And they're just, some of the shit they're doing, I'm like, what the fuck?
See, my generation never copped that for some reason off the millennials.
Because you were too cool. No, I know they just skipped you and went at the boomers. Yeah, I know.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
They might say they were the forgotten generation.
Yeah.
There's a name, isn't it, for that generation? Basically, they were free to do what they want. They could go out the house and do anything they wanted.
Yeah.
And they were kind of forgotten about. That's like their identity. You could say that's, again, they've been forgotten for their parents or grandparents or but it's parents, the boomers. But it's also
they say something.
A coolness thing. The latch key or something like that.
They say something like that, but I wasn't really paying attention to them. Yeah. But anyway.
Some could say it's because they're cool, though. They're the cool generation.
Yeah.
And I'd agree.
Yeah. But anyway.
Disgusted to be a millennial.
Yeah, John, mutton chops. I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to kid myself. I'm not watching this. This is ruining the legacy. I don't mean that.
Oh man, Ryan Reynolds is glorious.
Because Deadpool is phenomenal, John. The first 2 movies were incredible. I do have my reservations. I have my concerns like yourself. How much interference Disney are going to put into this third
Who was it
film.
that was in Deadpool 2? And they actually died? Was it Tom Cruise? Or was it... Somebody died. It was the one that hit the power line. He was in it and it was... Basically, you didn't know it was him. It was quite a big start. Might not have been Tom Cruise, to be fair. But I'll see if I can find him. It wasn't Matt Damon. Who the hell was it? It wasn't Bill Skarsgård, was it? There was quite a big name in there. He hit the power line and died. Was it Brad Pitt?
I can't remember.
I think it was Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I'm going to search it up, man.
I think you might be right, actually.
I think it was Brad Pitt.
It was.
It was Brad Pitt. Yeah, it was Brad Pitt.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, he hit the line.
Yeah.
And obviously Thingy died. Yeah, I mean, the point I'm making is, I mean, that was the X-Force, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Disastrous. They were falling out of helicopters and dying and everything. It turned out it was just Domino. I think it was Cable, Deadpool, and one other character. It was just back to the core cast. They basically wasted 15 minutes training these characters, but it was great. It worked because that's Deadpool.
That reminds me of the Suicide Squad at the very start.
Yeah.
They promoted
Weasel.
all these characters and killed them all off.
Weasel basically fucking dog is killing me here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's just wall to wall flatulence.